is stymied and runs out of health. He stomps all over the board trying to crush everything and burn it to the ground, just in one epic meltdown. And if you win that way, that's awesome too. It was a really great project in terms of working with the team too, because it was incredibly difficult not to quote back to the brothers chaps their own lines.
I can imagine that's a hard part for them too, because having people run up, recognizing them, and just run up to them and go "Burning in the countryside." They're like, "Wait, yes, we get it."
Yeah, well, it's one thing.
Get it over with. Get it out of your system.
Right. It's one thing if it's a fan. I guess that counts as communication, but it's another if it's work dialogue, right? So I had to like ratchet it down. But yeah.
Maybe I should make an alert that says, "Hey, idiot, you're still on Stream Raiders. Change the goddamn fucking screen." Idiot.
It's D&D.
I feel this will be torture. Yeah, I'm probably going to get rid of the green screen and take it standing. Touch me.
I wanna feel dirty. Octavius can heal me. And touch the pain.
Somebody clip that. So,
Excellent.
What can you tell us about it?
Okay, so you had Chris on last week.
We did.
He described it. I don't know if I'm going to describe it the same way, but here we go. So, Basil and Mobius is an urban fantasy series that would happen if Indiana Jones and James Bond teamed up to go do a series of missions for a Cthulhu monster disguised as a person. And they fight all manner of eldritch horrors and evil sorcerers from prehistoric times, and one very scary vampire ghoul lady who I created in my Story of the Machine, which is in one of the Basil and Mobius books. I think it's...
Because this series kind of sounds
Little
like it's
Hells.
an accumulation of the themes of all of the stuff we've covered so far.
Jarlaxle was kind of like my joke for all of that. And then finally, like when Cell Swords came out, he was going to be a featured character, and I was thrilled until I realized I only had 4 months to write the book, and I had no idea what he had for equipment.
Yeah.
Because it had just been one cameo after another. So I went on a message board anonymously. True.
Okay.
This was back before social media.
Right.
And before like the Forgotten Realms wiki and stuff.
Yeah, like
this
a
was back in
GeoCities forum or something.
Yeah, it was before all of that. I went in probably AOL message board or something, anonymously. And I said, "Hey guys, let's do an inventory of Jarlaxle's cool items." And 3 days later, I downloaded like a 10-page thread where people were like giving the page numbers in the books where he had this and that. And someone else said, "Oh no, he lost that here." And so I was looking it all up. I'm like, these guys are good.
That was my research. The fans to tell you what's going on.
Yeah, that was my research.
Stream Raiders going to raid on somebody's stream, get a bunch of cool shit.
Reading has a performance to it. So reading a novel is you sort of have to perform the novel. You can read it, or you can read it.
Yeah.
And so my goal was to always be the storyteller in their head and the storyteller in their ears, to tell them the story that was on the page in front of me. I think that's probably why the first books were all first person, so that I could do that.
Yeah.
And when I started, I said, well, okay, I channel my NPR announcer voice.
Touch me.
I wanna feel dirty. Octavius can heal me. And touch the pain.
Somebody clip that.
Tell me you at least washed your hands before you...
Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Hope you're all doing good. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. This is the tabletop RPG set in Pathfinder 1st edition Stolen Souls campaign. There are all kinds of 36. Is that what you were talking about?
3 years, man.
Has it even been 3 years? That's so crazy. That is so crazy. And that's 3 years since being able to have subscribers. That doesn't even include the time when I wasn't. So welcome on in, everybody. As usual, our tabletop RPGs can be affected by channel points and all kinds of stuff. It's been a day. If you've seen social media, at least in my Discord, you've seen what happened with our dear little Pippin. So with that being said, I'm just going to switch it over to Matt right away, and he can take over, tell you about the channel points, tell you about what happened, tell you all of the things and all of the things with the things and the things. So with that being said, Matt, go right ahead and take on over.
So as Nick had said, there are channel points called Coin of the Realms. You can click it, you can do many things. You can play music, you can see dice rolls, you can play little phrases. But the big thing is you can heal the players, heal the bad guys, give good guys or bad guys mythic points, give re-rolls, give someone a point of plot armor, which prevents them from dying. Again, this can be used for the players or for the GM. So yeah, that's how the point redemption works and how it can influence the game. As we have been doing, if you give someone a heal, they can do some hot chips to up the ante, so to speak. Unless you're Brian, I still will let him take shots because hot chips have become harder to find in our neck of the woods. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do when my bag runs out.
We found some. We found out where they're at. We'll tell you about them.
Oh, perfect. So where we last left off, the party was in this rundown noble's estate and have found what appears to be some type of spider worshipping cult. They fought their way through the upper level down to the main level, and they last ended by opening this set of double doors, which as soon as they did, they saw this creature, and behind it, they see one of the Arania that had escaped from upstairs. We start this session with Shy. You are up. Karena, you are on deck.
Immediately into combat. Yay!
Yay! Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was confused which screen it was on. Okay. All right, so immediately in combat, Shy is going to use a swift action to do Arcane Strike and shoot at the spider, but let's be smart. She's gonna try to do a knowledge check. Is this a new type of creature?
It is a new type of creature.
Okay.
It is knowledge religion.
Oh. Pretty decent. 32.
32. You get to know, so you know it's called a death web. It is a neutral, large undead. You get to know one thing about them.
I think since we're running low on resources, I'm going to go with either immunities or resistances.
Which one would you like to go with?
Let's do immunities.
They have the standard undead immunity traits.
Womp womp. Okay.
Now I will say I'll be nice. You would know that already, being undead.
Yeah.
I will let you know they do not have any resistances.
Okay. So in Celestial, Shy will share that. What is it called again? A death
web.
It's a death web. It's undead. No resistances or immunity. Normal. Yeah, just no resistances is all she'll say. And then she's gonna Arcane Strike.
Okay.
And I'm gonna 5-foot step back because I don't know what this thing's reach is like. And then I think it's still within 30 feet, so she's gonna shoot. Okay, that's one. There's a 23 touch.
That will hit.
So it's actually 12 damage. And then I have the Gloves of Arcane Striking. So I think technically if I hit, this lady back here gets 2 points of damage.
Yeah,
if I'm reading that right.
You got those last game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what they do. Give me a second.
Sure. Let me see if I can click it in here.
Oh yeah, yep, that's exactly what happens. Yeah, that's awesome.
So that, yep, that is all my actions.
Okay. You see the spider moves. It moves to here. Enosh, I need you to make a fortitude save. As it gets close to you, you see that there are thousands of small living spiders that just almost infest this undead husk. And just being within it, there's so many that it's almost like a swarm passing by as you feel a bunch of little bites and poison start to course through your veins.
Poison. Okay.
Lovely.
33.
Jesus, wow. You are fine.
I'm a pretty tough hunchback.
You are a pretty tough hunchback. You see it just lets its kind of spider living swarm affect you as it lunges out and it goes to bite you. However, I'm gonna guess an 18 misses you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Karina. Oh, you are muted.
Sorry. Karina is going to spend a mythic point to do Amazing Initiative to get a standard.
Okay.
And is going to use said standard to go 5, 10, 15, and then the 25.
Okay. Going from this square to the square that you're in will provoke.
I know.
Does a 28 hit your AC?
No.
Okay. It bites, you duck under.
I will then attack. Does a 29 hit?
Yep.
For 16 magical piercing ghost touch damage.
Okay.
Second attack with the rapier. Well, I'm consistent. 29 to hit.
That hits.
Whoops, ignore that. That was for a bite. My apologies. It should instead be that. The 18, not the 11. Sorry. And then I will stomp attack. Does a 26 hit it?
26 does hit.
And if you want, then I can re-roll the bite, or you can just use the 11 for that bite damage.
Yeah, I'll just use the 11.
Or stomp damage, sorry.
Are you done?
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of mythic. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. You ended your turn within the spider swarm. You take 6 points of damage, and you have to make 2 fortitude saves, please.
Okay.
By the way, did I take any damage for it moving into my square, or was it just poison when it moved in my square?
It was just the poison.
Okay.
Because you haven't ended your turn yet, technically.
Is it fortitude versus fear?
It is not. It is. Wow. Yeah, you're fine.
I got a 25 on the first one, and you said, oh crap. Well,
wow.
Apparently, the roll 20 gods are being nice to me today.
They are being really nice to you.
Knock on wood quick to make sure they don't change their mind.
Right? Roll 20. I will sacrifice the NPCs to your.
It is the Arania's turn. And she, yeah, like you've all like kicked her butt super bad before. You see she spins out a bunch of web. And as she does, she coats the undead with it, almost like it's armor.
Cool.
Roll.
What is that? Does that look like it was healed or something?
You can make a roll on your turn.
Okay.
Great.
Falls.
Is
with Saya on deck.
Can I have Faulds make a knowledge religion?
Yeah.
$28.
Falls just gets that it's a neutral large undead.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to steal Enosh's heal check, so I will do a 5 foot. And then she will full round.
Okay.
Do you want me to make the fortitude save first?
The fortitude saves at the end of your round.
Okay. So 2 claws, power attacking. Oof.
Both of those are misses.
Yeah. Womp womp. Okay, and then the fortitude save.
It's 2 fortitude saves.
Oh, God. Good game, Falds. Well, the second one is a 28.
Falls takes 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then loses 1 point of strength.
Okay. If she made the second, well, does a 28 make the second save?
28 does make the second save.
Okay. So the strength is still from the first failure?
Strength's from the first failure.
Okay. And it was damage?
Yep, strength damage.
Okay.
Saya. Amika, you'll be the next player to act.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
If I cast Fireball and want it to go far enough back where I don't hit my allies, do I have to be able to see that spot?
Yes. And this is a large creature and a large sized door, so it does require a perception check. I will let you know it's only a DC 15.
I can't, like, I can't see through the doors because it's not available.
It's in the doorway.
And it's as big as the doorway?
It's as big as the doorway. It's a large creature in a large size opening.
If she knows where that space is and has line of effect to it, can she use that text in Fireball that talks about threading the fireball through small spaces instead?
Ooh.
Yeah, I will say that we'll just call it a spellcraft check.
I don't remember what it actually says, Saya, if it's like an attack roll or
Chat
something.
redeems mythic point / inspiration.
Ooh. So is there light in this room?
Yes. There
Okay.
is in this room.
Do you need me to reread Fireball? I've read it like 3 times, but I only skimmed
If
it.
you attempt to send the bead through a narrow passage, such as through an arrow slit, you must hit the opening with a ranged touch. Or else it hits the death web and blows us up.
So what I will say is you can make the perception check for free. If you make the 15, you can just see it. And you don't have to make the attack roll. If you don't make the 15, you have to try to thread. But before you make, so caveat, if you make the perception check, you have to go with Fireball no matter the result.
Because you're doing it as part of the casting?
As part of the casting.
I would say go for it.
Guys.
I have over 100 hit points. I don't care. You can blow me up.
Like you all, I will let you know, everybody did top off on healing.
It's true. All right. Let's see what Roll20 decides for us. Can I use a mythic point
You can.
to add a D8?
You need a 6 or better.
Oh boy. Right, we're on D8s?
You did it.
Not a 7. Oh, thanks, chat.
Yes, you can drop the fireball back here. It'll explode, hit the spider lady and the undead spider monster.
I didn't even know there was a spider lady there. I mean, Holly did, but Sai has no idea.
Okay.
All right, let me mark this off. Fireball. Boom. Here's a question. Do I have it built into my attacks?
Only one way to find out. Look it up.
No, I don't. Okay. Then I will type it in. All right. 1. Nope. 10d6.
And what's the DC for your save?
It is a dexterity and 20.
Okay. It looks like the spider does jump out of the way, only taking half damage. The spider woman is burnt to a crisp.
Oh no. I mean, good for us, but
Like
ouch.
Straight up deleted off of the map.
Great.
All of you notice as the fireball burns over this big husk.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like all of the spiders that have been surrounding it are incinerated.
Okay, so no more millions of spider babies, just big spider?
Correct. Door opens. 10, 15. She looks out, makes a perception to see all of you. You all see it looks like one of the cultists walks out of somewhere. You see she's looking around at the burnt up room and seems fairly concerned that there is lots of dead allies everywhere. So she...
Sorry, where is she on the map? Because I don't see her.
You probably can't see her.
Cool, just making sure.
Nick, can you click on the map to make the image go away? Thank you. Okay, finally, I'm on her stats. I'm gonna give her a will save. She walks out.
Sees a ton of death.
She sees a ton of death. She casts the spell. All of you that can see the token can make a spellcraft.
Not me.
Shy and Enoch. She casts invisibility. And you see one of the doors opens up behind the spider.
She decided she didn't want to die today?
Yeah. She decided she did not want to die today. Amika, it is your turn.
Okay, I positive pulse the undead spider.
What does that do?
So it's a wave of positive energy in a 5-foot radius burst from a point that I designate, and I'm going to put it right on the front end, because then it will help my allies Enosh, Karena, and Falds. So the spider must fail a will save. First things first.
Okay. You sure you don't want it to make the will save?
I really don't. I want it to fail.
Okay, it got a 14.
DC's an 18, so it fails.
Okay.
It doesn't take a ton of damage, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. What level are we again? We're level 7. So okay. Die 6 plus 3. Oh, die 6. So it takes 9 damage. And then for Karena, Falls, and Enosh, you all have now a +2 bonus on your saving throws against death effects, energy drain, negative energy, and effects directly caused by haunts, if there was a haunt around. It lasts for the next round. I can put it in the chat if you would like.
Cool. Are you done, Amika?
Yes.
Enosh. With Shy on deck.
There's no more spiders.
There's no more spiders.
Oh. Enosh is going to fail his knowledge check because it's higher than a 28 to know anything about this thing. And I guess I could roll, but the chances of me rolling higher than a 15 on the roll are not great.
May as well try. You get it for free.
I did not.
You did not. Okay.
Does 25 know that it is a death web undead, blah blah blah?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I think Enosh is just gonna attack it.
That works.
So he will use the Bone Spur Dagger. 22 to hit.
You hit. Is that
8.
damage correct?
That damage is correct.
Okay. Anything else, Enoch?
That's it.
Shy, you are up.
Shy is gonna shoot again.
Okay.
Uh, 20 to hit. Touch.
Do you have a way to negate shooting in melee?
Um,
For the
she has.
AOP?
Oh, for the AOP. Oh. Uh,
Maybe it's not time for dinner.
I don't think so. With that, because I didn't do anything.
Nat 20 on its attack roll. 24 to confirm.
24. Is it evil?
It is not evil.
A not evil undead.
Yeah.
Then I think that would actually confirm.
Okay. I will let you know. You hold your gun out. It bites you, like it bites into your arm and shoulder as your gun goes off. You do kill it with your damage.
Okay.
It just gets to do some damage to you.
Get off my desk. Get off my no. Get off my desk.
As soon as I find where that damage is. 53 points of damage.
Not dinner time.
All right.
And you do need to make a fortitude save from the poison.
Is this a mythic creature?
It is not, so it actually doesn't matter for you.
Yeah.
And you see it as your gunshot goes off, it's like stabbing balloon animal. The outer husk just crumbles and deflates onto the ground.
Interesting.
Ow.
Okay. There are no more baddies that you can see, and there's the 4 unconscious people. We are going to go out of a niche.
Okay.
If that's fire right there, I'll just stomp it out.
It's just the burnt body.
Oh, okay. Does it have anything on it?
It does. Let me see if anything is worthwhile on that one. It has a wand on it and a scroll.
Just hands those out.
We'll identify one.
You can make them. You don't have to roll. It is a wand of hideous laughter.
Oh, funny.
With 21 charges. And an 11th level scroll of magic missile.
Wow.
Okay.
Also, there's a billiards pool in the next.
A 9th level scroll of magic missile, not 11. Go ahead, Andrew.
Also, there's a billiards. If anybody is interested in a game of billiards, there's a pool table in the next room. He points to the west.
All right then.
Okay. What are the rest of you going to do as Anak is gathering up stuff?
I'm gonna pull out my scroll of cure moderate and heal myself a little bit.
That crit kind of fucked you up.
Yeah.
Would anybody
I'm
like
just
this
gonna-
scroll or wand?
No, I'll go keep an eye on the sleeping people.
Okay.
I wouldn't say no. But there are other casters in the group.
Faith. Yes, I'm fighting cats right now.
I mean, Shy could use them, but I think they're more useful for you.
I agree, actually. I think you should take them.
Can you use either of these, Mika?
Not really. I don't think, well,
I don't think you can without a use magic device.
yeah. I don't think I can either.
I'll hand them over.
Okay.
I mean, you said you were low on spells, so this is a good way.
Yeah.
Sure.
If something comes up.
Yeah,
Yep.
just in case.
Okay, use my scroll.
I'll cast detect magic and just walk through the rooms to see if I miss anything.
What room are you going to go into first?
I'll start in the billiards room.
I'll go in there as well.
So you two, I'll move your token, Saya. You two walk into the billiards room. As you do, the air itself begins to shimmer and warp. As you see piled on the billiards table are 5 naked bodies. You see that 2 are ash gray, and the other 3 have skin that is still like pale. But you two can notice slight movement on their chests from that they are breathing.
That they're breathing?
Yep.
Are they actually breathing or are they filled with spiders?
That's my question.
Unfortunately, you have to make a heal check on the corpses tonight.
I'm gonna call for someone who knows how to heal. Yumika, Shy.
I go in there.
There might be dead people or alive people.
Okay, I'm coming.
Shy and Falds will go in because Falds ironically has a better heal than Shy.
Amika, are you going in as well?
Yes, I will go in and I will roll a heal check on the bodies that they point me to that seem to be breathing.
Okay, those of you that are in, move yourselves into G16.
Move back here.
Oh, okay, I'm probably here because table.
And Karina, you're still guarding over the sleeping bodies?
Yeah.
Okay. So those of you that are making heal checks, do so.
29.
26.
I feel like I should roll a mythic point real quick just to see if I can get over 30. So I'm gonna do that one.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, stepped on my keyboard. All right.
D8.
Yep. I got a 30.
You got a 30. Shy, you know that the 2 ash and gray ones are dead.
So dead.
With a DC 25 on your heal checks, you realize that the other 3 are still living. They are paralyzed. With a 30, with the wounds on the 2 dead ones and the matching wounds on the other 3, it looks like they, with these cuts, it was some sort of sacrifice.
Okay.
beyond that, you're not sure without like seeing how the sacrifice is done or what implements were being used.
Okay.
Shy, as you get done kind of checking one of the dead bodies, you all begin to hear a cacophonous sound of violin strings severely out of tune begin to play. All of you in room G16, please make a will save.
Great.
This is a mythic effect.
Is it a necromancy effect or versus an undead?
It is neither.
Is it fear?
Is a sonic-based effect. Unfortunately, Brian, you're not playing the right character that would have mattered. And I mean, you're also not in the room, but.
My phantom is not currently manifested, so it is mind affecting. It is +4.
Okay. Everyone except Falds makes it. Rachel, I want Falls' destiny to be in your hands.
Car.
I would like you to roll a D4, please.
False destiny. Wow, that was a bad save to fail.
Yeah. I can type.
Falls has a -3 on all of her attack and skill checks until she can get 8 hours of rest. Also, she still hears this cacophonous screeching sound. Until she gets 8 hours of rest, no one is considered her ally.
Oh.
Okay.
That's not great.
Well, I might just tell her to go back to the inn.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah. Maybe just go back to the inn and take a nap.
Or at the very least, go stand back with Karena.
Because Shy has status on her, so would that ping? Or
yeah, that
she's
one. There's something affecting her. You don't know 100% what, but you do know that it is some type of sonic effect that is messing with her equilibrium and making it hard for her to trust people.
Yeah.
It's the fear decibel.
Oh. She's listening to so like instantly she turns into like somebody from a My Chemical Romance music video.
Yes.
An emo haircut.
She hears the Black Parade.
Yep. And then
That's
tries like, oh.
Turns you against everybody.
All of you that are in the room can give me a perception check.
That's funny, even with a -3. Well, hers is a 17 folds.
Saya and Amika. You do see sitting over on this chair is a looks to be a lute. It looks like two of its, I don't know, it only has 2 strings remaining. I don't know how many strings a lute normally has. And you see it's carved in images of swimming mermaids.
Okay.
Sai, I know that you said you had detect magic up from earlier. Mika, after combat, did you end up casting detect magic at all or no?
I hadn't Because I tend not to be the best one at identifying things,
Okay.
so it's
So,
not active.
Sai, if you want, you can begin to study. You see that there is a faint magical aura.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll do that.
Amika, did you communicate that those 3 people were paralyzed?
Yes, I will communicate that. Is there anything else I can tell with my 30? Like, are they
You with
spidery
the 30, you knew with the 25, you know that they're not infected.
Oh,
They're
okay.
paralyzed. With the 30, you realized all the cuts are the same with some type of sacrifice.
The ritual, yeah.
With some type of ritual.
Gotcha.
And were the other people in the other room, are they paralyzed or are they just sleeping?
They're
sleeping, right?
Okay. For some reason, I thought other people.
They don't have cuts on them.
Okay.
So they might be being prepared for whatever.
They
this
had
is.
stinger wounds.
They did have stinger wounds.
Yeah.
And that's where we needed to remove paralysis to remove
Correct.
the stingers?
Yeah.
Okay. So I do have remove paralysis and it says that I can free 1 or more creatures.
So look at it. I'm gonna go with Saya quick for her spellcraft. So yeah, what did Saya get for her spellcraft?
Oh. Let me hit the button. Spellcraft. Is this one? 27.
It is title. It's a lute of mermaid's love. It is currently broken because it doesn't have all of its strings. So its magics do not work. If you get the strings replaced, every round that it is played, you can breathe underwater. And that's it.
And that's it?
Yep.
You made it sound like there was more.
Nope. Nope, you just can breathe underwater. You do have to play it. If you were a bard and had lingering performance, you could extend that.
Yeah.
But I doubt anyone is going to dip into bard.
Cool. Put that in the bag.
So, you see that there is a door to the north of you. If you wanted to go, no engineering only, did you know that's where the 4 people are asleep with the stinger wounds? So yeah, Saya, if you want, you could cast it on more of them. It just lets them make another save with a +4 bonus.
You mean shy?
Shy. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Cast on 3 or 4 creatures, they get a +2.
Yeah. I almost wonder if I should just cast it on 1 so that we can. Well, do we feel like we need to question these people?
I mean, do we know what they were sacrificed for?
Do you want to know?
Well, if they're going to try to sacrifice us, I'd prefer to be prepared.
Which ones are alive?
The 3 in here and then the sleeping ones. Otherwise, I could cast it on 3 of them and give them an opportunity for another save. But if they're...
Here's a question, Matt.
Yep.
3 of them are dead?
2 of them are dead.
3 of them are paralyzed.
And when you are
unconscious in this
when you are dead, you are no longer counted as a creature?
Technically, you are an object.
So I could use my magic, I could use my object skill on the corpses.
Yes.
Yes.
You can't say no after saying place on an object.
That's exactly where that was going. You gonna spend a minute?
People want to know.
Okay, well,
I'm assuming that the reason they were sacrificed would be a piece of information about this corpse's past. And it's really not what the skill is intended for, but
not at all. So during that minute, what are the rest of you gonna do?
Well, I still feel like I should help at least one of these people, but I guess I could save my ability in case one of us gets paralyzed. Although right now we're still under the effects of freedom of movement.
Was there another room to check out?
There's G15 and the spiderweb covered room G10.
The sleeping folk are like prisoners, right?
Nobody's gone into the room and checked them.
I will go check them.
Okay.
I thought, isn't that who I was guarding?
It is.
You were guarding, but like you're outside of the room. Like nobody's gone in and like checked their bodies to see what they have.
So,
just...
we did look at them because we knew they were stung.
Yeah, but nobody has gone in. Like they saw the stinger marks, but nobody's gone into their room yet. You walk into the room, Brian, while everybody's fucking around with G16. Aubrey, move yourself back.
Yep.
Because Karina would get bored, to be honest.
So you see, in this room, you've seen any gangster movie? Or where they're like packaging drugs? This table, you see vials of shiver and like cauldrons, and it looks like these people were putting shiver into vials. Looking around, you see that each of these people, like either hanging off their neck or like on a belt or like kind of like on their hand, all of them have a plague doctor's mask with some sage burning in the nose.
And they're all unconscious, correct?
They are all unconscious.
So, starting with this one here, I'm gonna lightly pat them down. If you want, I can do like sleight of hand checks, so that way I'm not disturbing them.
Oh yeah, give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. That's gonna be
26. You pat them down and you realize that they're all wearing the same like threadbare robe. It looks like the pockets of the robe have been ripped off. Even like the big cuffs on the sleeves have been cut off. They are wearing.
Can't take anything with them, kind of deal.
Yeah. What?
What, Brian?
So basically, like they can't take anything or hide anything on them, kind of deal.
Yep. And you. So yeah, you check that on the first body. Are you gonna go through and check all of them?
Yeah.
I
might as well.
When you get to here and start checking this guy, give me a perception check.
Oops. 12.
Yeah, you check through. Again, plague doctor's mask, threadbare robes. It looks like well, you know what he was doing. He was packing shiver. Was set up so yeah, again, no place to hide, no place to be able to smuggle any of the shiver out.
Gotcha. Okay.
About this time, Aubrey, you can walk in.
Okay. I will do a heal check on one of the people.
Which person?
This lady that I'm next to.
Okay. Give me the heal check.
Yep.
Pardon me.
31. Yeah, same from looking at the one closest to the butterfly or the Desna temple. It looks like this one has a stinger in it. And it you can faintly feel the movement of the eggs moving down its circulatory system.
Oh, that's right.
And
These
starting to get bigger.
Infected ones.
Yep.
That's right.
Again, no other wounds like the ones in G16.
Right.
You can make a perception check.
Okay. A perception check. Maeve, stay over there.
It was a DC 20.
Cool.
You hear coming from this door in the corner of the room. You hear, Mother Spider caught me.
That sounds like a trap if I've ever heard one. I look at Karina and be like, did you hear that?
You did not, Karina.
Hear what?
Oh, from this door over here, there's somebody behind it saying Mother Spider caught me. But that sounds like a trap.
You can make your roll again, Karina, with a +2.
Okay.
You hear, hello? Sally Scrabblebones shucked my marrow, and Mother Spider caught me.
Does this sound like a haunt? Can I roll a religion to see if it sounds like a haunt?
Unfortunately, because you can't do that based off hearing, you have to be able to see, be able to check other things.
Okay.
I guess I'll check it out.
I ready an action to use my anti-ghosty thing. My anti-ghosty spell.
And I'll move over. And I will...
Yeah, and you can open the door. I do not believe it's locked. You open the door and you see
I'm standing behind Karina.
10-foot by 10-foot space is stacked with bodies.
Okay.
The bodies are ashen gray in color. Amika, it looks like the dead people you saw on the billiards table.
Right.
You see bloody, spidery script begins to scratch itself into the torsos of the corpse within. You see one body says Maddie. One body says Fen. Another one says Baker. Bookseller, Palmer. You see along their necks are their times of death. All of them, times and date, all within the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
And cut into their foreheads. One says, I dream of a shadowy figure. I thought I could fly. Mother Spider caught me. And then the last corpse you see or cut across its head is Sally Scrabblebones shucked my marrow. And then you see on another body, Sally Scrabblebones sucked my marrow. Sally Scrabblebones shucked my marrow. Sally Scrabblebones shucked my marrow. Sally Scrabblebones shucked my marrow.
Purge spirit to get rid of the haunt?
I feel like I'm watching Haunting in Connecticut again.
Yeah. What does your ability do?
So purge spirit rips away at the target's spiritual substance, scattering it over a wide area and hampering the target's ability to reform. It does damage per caster level.
Roll me the damage.
On a successful saving throw, target takes half damage and is not staggered. affects.
It does not get a saving throw, just roll damage.
Okay, cool. It includes basically everything that is ethereal to haunts, to ghosts, to
you have to
whatever.
get over 36 damage. If you don't, something bad happens.
Okay. Roll 20. Be nice, please. Please, please, please. Can I roll? Can I use a mythic point?
No, not on damage.
Not on. No. To do it again. To like quick cast it again.
If you get a reroll in the next 10 seconds, 9 seconds.
Oh boy.
8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds.
Oh my god, where is it?
3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second.
I couldn't find the dice.
It's not letting me.
Chat has redeemed a dice reroll.
There.
I was like 4 seconds too late.
No, it works.
It would have been great 5 seconds ago.
Hey, it's not.
So, Karina and Amika, I need you both to make fortitude saves.
I didn't even have an option to do a reroll in the chat. It wasn't showing up for me. It's showing up now, so it's fine, but rude.
But hey, at least you'll have a reroll if you need one.
True. Mine's a 30.
Yours is a 30. Wow.
Yeah.
Karina, yours is a 10.
Oh no.
If it's versus fear, it's a 12.
It is not versus fear. Give me a second.
Is it from a mythic source?
It is from a mythic source.
Okay.
Of course it is.
Just need to watch this thing does, and it's not listed. Nice. Okay. Perfect. You see on you, Amika, a bite mark opens up on you. You take 14 points of damage.
Okay. Ouch.
Karina, you feel 2 bite marks open up on you, one on your chest and one in your stomach hip area. You only take 10 points of damage, but as it does, you feel your bones crack and the marrow of your bones being sucked out of the broken.
Welcome in, Raiders! Thank you, Melty Corvigips, for the raid. Party 7, welcome on in. Thank you so much for being here. How was your stream? Hopefully everything was going good. I'm going to shout you out for you guys. But welcome on in. We are doing some tabletop role-playing. This is Pathfinder 1st edition role-playing system. We've got a whole crew of casting people here. Words don't work today. And amazing GM running the game. If you have any questions about Pathfinder, please ask in chat and hang out. You can use your channel points to affect the game. And again, thank you, Melty. Hopefully you had a great stream, an amazing stream. I appreciate you. I appreciate the raid. I will be here in chat down below while they continue their game.
And as you feel the marrow being sucked out of your bones, you take 6 points of Constitution ability drain.
Ooh.
Drain?
Drain.
Ugh.
Wow.
That's painful.
Yeah. And then as you all kind of recoil from the wounds, you see all of the heads on the bodies all just go.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I apologize. I was doing my hit points. What do they do?
Oh,
The
good.
bodies are like this.
I vote we close the door and leave them alone.
I'd like to, but my bones are broken.
I will carry you away.
So,
avenge me.
I will heal you in a moment. I
all of
close
you,
the fucking door.
all of you in G16, give me a perception check quick. It is based on sound, if that affects it, if you have anything that affects for that. So Falls and Enosh, you notice something going on with Amika and Karina in the room above you.
Falds assumes that they're plotting against her, or they're talking shit.
Yes, he does.
Obviously, she can barely hear them, so they want to talk shit just enough so that she knows they're talking shit, but they don't want her to know what they're actually saying.
I love that. Yes.
True story.
Enosh continues analyzing the corpse, and he just kind of mutters, irritated, "Someone should perhaps supervise the children."
The first minute is up. You see that this person here of this corpse is a shiver addict. And they were out of money, had nothing else that they could give, and basically said, "I will do anything for some more shiver." They were brought to this room, or brought to this house, and given as much shiver as they wanted to incapacitate themselves. And after they did, the Arania began cutting into them and slowly bleeding out their essence, basically reducing them to 0 strength. And it seems like the bodies were kind of waiting to be for something to be done with them. Give me a religion check, please.
Yeah.
So 28.
28. You realize that they were being prepared for some type of ritual sacrifice. However, something disturbed the process. And so rather than whatever was needed to be finished for this ritual, prevented that from happening, so they end up bleeding out from their wounds. You realize that they probably died about the time that all of you went into the attic.
Do I know the school of the ritual based on the wounds?
That is a very good question. Give me a spellcraft, please.
That's a take 10 for a 29.
It is it is something that is a cross between chaos and evil. With a 29. You know how you can like protection from evil or protection from good?
Yeah.
It was like an inversion of that spell to make them more susceptible to chaos and evil.
Interesting.
So the Urania didn't want to kill them.
The Urania did not want to kill them.
Enosh will say, this was an accident. Their deaths.
So they didn't complete the ritual?
Not on these ones, but the other three they might have. He will use his eyes will flash and he will use his aura sight on the bodies.
Okay.
I can show you what that is. It gives him
Love to know what that does.
It does a lot of things.
Wow.
It gives him the location of all chaotic, evil, good, and lawful auras. And the strength of the aura. He can make knowledge checks.
You see that the 3 bodies that are alive, again, it's weird. Like you see at the core of them, they don't really give off like maybe like minor chaos, but you see this ritual magic that's been cocooned around them. It has a very strong chaos and evil aura. You can make a knowledge religion check.
It'll be a 28.
Nice. You've seen this aura or seen kind of an effect of it from Greeley when he was using his divine magic, as well as that woman that casted invisibility in GTFO'd. She had this kind of same chaotic evil aura on her, not as strong, but it looks like it has soaked into her and almost like fundamentally changed her.
As a man of the sciences, I have a hypothesis. But I could do more if you'd like to know more.
Well, what's your hypothesis?
I believe this ritual that they were doing on these bodies transforms them into those spider creatures. That is my hypothesis.
So the ones that are living are potentially going to transform?
That is my educated guess.
Karena and Amika.
Yeah.
What are you two doing?
I slam the door and I heal Karena.
Okay.
Which, let's see, what heal do I have available? Actually, I think I might have a wand. A wand would be better.
Are you two gonna walk out of the room as well, or?
I don't know.
Okay.
Wand of Cure Mod, that's what it is. Here we go, which is
2d8 plus 3.
Yep. Heal 16, Karena.
Okay.
Good deal.
should we go tell the others?
Sure.
Okay, yes, we go back into actually, I think I just stand in the doorway here and go, hey, there's some fucked up haunting shit going on in a room off of this little area.
Then perhaps you shouldn't go in there.
Yes, we've closed the door. I was warning you.
Okay. Noted.
I wasn't able to get rid of it, so I think it's safest to just ignore it.
Yeah, it sucks. Don't go in there unless you're ready to take it out. It really sucks.
Well, maybe then we should talk about what our priorities are here. Because Enosh found some information about the ritual and has a hypothesis that potentially these people here were supposed to be turned into the spider creatures. And then we have the sleeping people that I'm assuming are all infected with spiders that might burst out of their bodies. And the haunt. And then our own injuries. So I feel like that's 4 things. Well, our injuries and our resources. Well, I guess 5 things, because there's also the mirror, too.
The mirror is not immediate.
Yeah. So, I mean, our injuries are probably the most important. Were we supposed to just like kill everybody or find the cause of the shiver stuff or what? Because I feel like we found the cause. So does someone else get to clean it up?
The priest wanted us to remove the root of all the toxicity from this neighborhood. Assuming there's nothing downstairs that contributes to that. I say we've done that. Though we know that the mirror is below, which is our real charge.
I mean, personally, I would like to help these people. Because I just think they've been manipulated and it's unfortunate and it's also kind of my brand. But that's my personal opinion. And I don't know necessarily how to undo the ritual, I guess, without more information. Like, I can unparalyze one person, and I know that would help the sleeping people. I just don't know what's more important.
All of you
Hello and welcome in, Raiders. Hello to Father Mac Tien. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What were you doing tonight? What brings you in here? Thank you for joining us. Hello, Raiders. Hope you all are doing well. This is the Pathfinder 1st Edition Stolen Souls campaign. It's a tabletop RPG. We do tabletop role-playing every Wednesday night. I hear sticky keys. Yes, I was like typing something and then talking and trying to give shout outs and all of that. You were just done playing Star Wars Old Republic. Nice. Well, welcome on in. We are fans of Star Wars here, and one of these days we'll probably get a Star Wars RPG up. But welcome on in, Raiders. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Father Mac Tien. Go and give Father Mac a follow. There he is. I want in.
So
So there we go. I'm going to let Matt take back over, and I will continue chatting with you guys all in the text chat that is below.
Perfect. Brian, I saw your lips moving just as the raid hit, but I did not hear what you had said.
Oh, shouldn't we report into the policey people? Let them know this is the place where they were making all the bad drugs.
Yeah,
I let the police know.
Yeah, there's people working with the police too.
Captain, what's her nuts?
We probably need to get the mirror before we do that, though.
Yeah, it might be kind of awkward trying to sneak in after we let the police know and they start clearing it out and then having to like steal his mirror. It might be bad.
Yeah. Let's steal the mirror before we call the cops.
Would you like to tell the priest? May be able to assist with these people, if that's your interest.
These people, I mean me, because I'm very hurt. Still
hurt. I heal you again.
You can make a heal check.
Sure, I'll do a heal check first.
Okay. You know that bite did more than just damage bone and flesh. You know that Karina is suffering from ability drain.
Gotcha.
Oh, and I would know.
And do you have status on Karina as well?
Yeah, I have status on everybody.
Yeah. So ability drain permanent can only be restored through magic.
Okay. Well, Karina, I can fix you right now because I have a scroll of restoration.
Perfect.
And that gets rid of regular restoration, gets rid of ability drain for 1 stat.
Perfect.
So
conveniently, I only have ability drain in 1 stat, so that
so I can do that, and we can take care of that problem.
Just gonna move you all into the room together.
Gotcha. Because it's easier to do the fireball that way.
Yep.
It's just easier to heal.
And do a fireball.
So deleting that.
Okay, so that'll heal my.
You're 6.
Okay, so then. Whoops, I keep clicking on my token, but I'm on the wrong page. So then that would have been.
Okay, so we're thinking of maybe talking to Ashani and saying, hey, we found the place. There's a bunch of people that need healing. You figure out how to fix them.
And that we think we killed all the spiders, but maybe not. So be prepared.
Yeah. All of that.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's just a lot of responsibility to put on one person. Just to put that out there.
One pathetic like mortal.
Yeah,
isn't
basically.
He like a bishop or high priesty thing or something?
No, I'm pretty sure he was just some dude walking down the street that we just happened to run into.
I know he casted healing magic on us.
And it seems like he knows some people. He did bring us to that one shop.
It's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, do we have a way to let him know what's going on without leaving? Because
I do not.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
No, but I could make it. I could go rather swiftly. and report in and potentially be back in maybe a couple of minutes.
Do you know where he is?
Oh, that's just details. Big churchy looking thing, isn't it? I mean, that's other than the street, that's where we found him last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Apparently, I don't remember things as well due to the blood loss, but I
think we met him at the guard station.
You met him near the academy.
Necessarily tell the guards, right?
So I guess maybe we aren't going to let him know what's going on.
Okay, so we're leaving and we're going to go rest and come back.
And steal a mirror.
And then steal the mirror.
Is there anywhere we could hole up here?
You want to stay here in this house with haunts and sacrifices and chaotic evil auras floating around?
Yeah, so like here's my concern with the urgency of the bodies is like I'm worried that the spider creatures in the bodies are gonna burst out and kill us.
Didn't we learn that the bodies in the other room were gonna take like a week?
Yeah, it does take a week for the spiders to the spider killers to gestate and then break free.
But we have no idea how long whatever this is.
Right.
Correct.
And it might not even be what I think it is.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, for me, I feel like the bodies are kind of high urgency. Like, I'm not evil, but if I was evil, we could just kill them and then the ritual wouldn't work in theory. I'd rather not kill them. I'd rather like figure out a way to make it so they live.
Did anyone see a front door?
Right over there. He points over this way.
I mean, I could also, because Falds isn't looking like she's having a good time, I could send her to go get a Shawnee and then go take a nap.
Might not be a bad idea.
You would like me to take a nap, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. You're a little bit crabby right now.
I'm not going to do it then.
Just needs a Snickers.
Yep, just a Snickers.
We do have the mythic.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I have this slime grenade thing we could use to eat up the bodies if we needed to. If that's how that works. I don't really know.
Yeah, it would like eat up the organic material.
We also haven't actually gone into the spiderweb room or looked in it.
Yeah, we kind of skimmed over it.
I will volunteer someone else to check that room out, as the last room I checked was horrible.
Agreed.
A wise decision. You should wait for the adults.
Neither of us are children, Enosh. Do you know that? Like, are you aware that neither of us are children?
Enosh, do you want to go check it out?
Like, I don't think you realize that we are not kids.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That sounds like something a kid would say. He says to Emika.
You know what?
He hobbles off.
You are a child.
He's gone.
If we're going to throw accusations around.
No, he's older than us. He's not a child, just an imbecile. That's a different thing.
So as Enosh is heading, which I'm assuming to check the spiderweb room, what are the rest of you going to do?
Apparently having a conversation about whether or not you can call adults children.
Okay.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Shy was gonna try to see with like Enosh's information and kind of looking over the bodies, and maybe you can come back to me and just try to figure out if there's the way to reverse it, because I think she thinks the 3 people in here with the ritual is her top priority, since there's chaos and evil.
Yeah, you can give me a knowledge religion check, and then I'll come back to you. Saya, you weren't in the conversation about adults being children. That's what Amika and Karina are doing. Is there anything you would like to do before I go up to Enoch?
It's because I'm an adult now.
I was gonna say that as a joke when he's like, "Oh, the children need supervision." I was gonna be like, "Oh, Saya, you should go."
I would maybe try to help Shy, because I mean, in theory, I know a little bit about rituals. I'm sure I've heard
Yeah, you can
Maractus talk about them a lot.
And I'll say whoever rolls higher gets an 8 from the other, provided both people beat a 10.
Said religion.
Yep.
Yeah. I, of course, rolled poopy.
Knowledge religion. Oh, I'm so good at that guy.
So Shy, you get a 20. We'll get back to you. Enoch, you make your way to the spiderweb room. As you get near the doorway, you see exposed beams. You see some of the broken timber from the ceiling / floor from the room in above this that's caved in. You see thick tangles of iridescent webs string together the debris around the room's perimeter. The room almost looks like a prismatic acid trip sculpture of a room filled with spider webs. Do you have alchemy?
Yes.
Could you give me an alchemy check?
It's an intelligence skill, so I can do better than that.
Oh, nice.
Take 10 for a 28.
You realize that this iridescent spider web,
dream spider webs,
it is dream spiders webs. It is
poisonous.
The main component in Shiver, or at least this version of Shiver that can bring nightmares to life. You do realize that if you wanted to bust your way through these iridescent webs, there appears to be about 750 gold worth of alchemical supplies. However, you know that breaking the web is like getting a concentrated shot of Shiver.
How much is all this webbing worth as reagents?
To someone making Shiver?
Sure.
Raw, about 2,000 gold, which equals about 10 grand in Shiver.
Wow.
If it was cultivated and all the alchemical process to turn it into the drug.
Jesse, let's cook.
But it would be perilous to harvest it.
Yeah.
Does he see any other signs of danger in the room?
No, it looks like there were things in here. But it looks like you don't see any sign of them. That alchemical, where the alchemical set is set up, you see that there's a big enough area for it looks like one creature to have been processing it and turning it into like the Shiver powder. You realize that It was that nightmare Ettercap that was probably the one cultivating the web and breaking it down so it could then be turned into the drug.
Okay. Is there a path through the webbing?
There is not. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, you've seen a James Bond movie. There's like a laser light show of webs that you can try to like make acrobatics checks through.
Enosh will never make it through that. Maybe Curena could, but I think he's going to return.
Okay.
I think he feels pretty confident about what he sees in that room.
Okay. Shy, it takes you some time. You're working with Saya to try to figure out what to do with these bodies. You know, from what Enosh said, it's kind of a combination of like an inverted protection from evil and protection from chaos. So rather than protecting them, it's giving them a weakness to it.
Yeah.
You think that if you could cast protection from chaos and protection from evil on them or in an area so they all could be in it, it wouldn't remove the ritual, but it would delay it as long as they're being protected like that. But unfortunately, you didn't roll high enough to know how to remove it or what its purpose is.
Cool. Yeah, and I don't have protection from chaos. I have. Would I know if a dispel evil would remove the evil aura, or is it not an enchantment? I'm assuming. Probably not.
Check. You know that a dispel evil on its own would not work.
Okay.
If you could get a dispel evil and a dispel chaos, basically hitting simultaneously, it would then be a caster level check to overcome the ritual.
Okay, so I need somebody else that can cast. Well, it has to be simultaneously, so it has to be two people casting it.
Two casters, correct.
Okay, because I can do it.
I can do dispel magic, but I don't have dispel chaos.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I could like use a mythic point to get it, but I can't cast two spells at the same time. Okay. So, and to delay it, you need to also cast both spells at the same time, correct?
Nope, they just you could cast them back to back or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as long as they're under the effects of both protection from chaos and protection from evil, it delays whatever's supposed to happen with the ritual.
And let me just make sure, because I use my magic circle. Let me see if I can do protection from evil on more than one creature. If I can, I could gather everybody in the room, use my protection from evil, and then surge and use the protection from chaos to at least delay it until we can get them to another caster. So you can come back to me if other people want to do stuff.
Yeah, I'll let you know it is creature touched, so you could affect multiple people.
Okay. Well, if I know, so then that's what Shai will say. Her thought will be moving them into the room with the sleeping people, or no, moving the sleeping people possibly into this room. So we're further away from the haunt.
Yeah.
if possible. And then cast using her supernatural ability to do the protection from evil, and then she'll mythic a protection from chaos.
Okay. You're able to do all of that. Nick's off your mythic point. Saya, since you haven't done anything, I'm assuming you're still concentrating on detect magic.
Yes.
As soon as the protection from evil and protection from chaos is cast on them, you see that chaotic, darkish purple energy kind of cocooning around them calms down to become almost an invisible like blanket covering their bodies.
Alrighty.
That's pretty cool.
So got that taken care of. We want to find the. Well, did you find anything in the other? Did Enosh come back yet?
Yeah, this is about the time, Enosh, that you would have come into the room.
The webbed room is their alchemical room they use for creating the drugs. There's a large alchemical set that's worth some coin if you're able to get it. And all the webbing is worth a nice sum were someone able to harvest it. But I see nothing else in there.
How do you harvest it?
Would you like me to, do you want me to alchemy? It's a 28. I'm sure I could tell him how to harvest it with that.
Yeah, like it's literally just like breaking chunks off and then grinding up in a mortar and pestle to get that reagent. However, just the act of breaking it is like snapping a fluorescent bulb, and you get all of that kind of gas out every time it breaks. So I would let you know, Enoch, with your 28, in its concentrated form, your mythic resistance would not protect you.
Okay.
It is
So are we gonna go somewhere else? Is that the plan?
I mean, we could also just try to go retrieve the mirror quick and then go.
Do people need the rest before we do that? Or
Maybe, but do you really want to come back here? I feel like we could sit here for an hour and be okay, but I don't want to leave and try to come back. Because they might take this place back, and then because of all the shit we've done, they might, add more guards and terribleness.
So do you want to spend an hour and use recuperation?
The problem is mythic points.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could benefit from our short rest again, but
I just don't want to leave and come back. That's all. I think it would be a bad plan to go somewhere else to rest.
then I think we'll call it to a vote.
That works.
Okay. Amika, you want an hour rest?
Yeah, I want to not leave to rest.
Shy.
Come back to me.
Saya.
I'm the one who proposed sleeping here, so you know, stay.
Enosh.
Are we voting on hour or 8 hours?
Hour.
I think we're also voting on stay or not stay. Because I'm
true. It could be an 8-hour stay here.
I'm fine
you want it.
staying for 8 hours. I just don't want to leave the building and have to come back.
Enosh is 8 hours away. It's his vote.
Okay. Karina.
8 hours wherever.
Okay. So, right, it's 4 for 8 hours wherever. So if you take 8 hours and rest here, you can.
There's got to be a room that doesn't suck too bad.
Yes, I will let you know that room G12, the room that you were in before you went to the temple room.
Yeah.
That actually had, like, while they were worn and old, they did have like comfortable chairs. There was like an alcohol set. There was some food that people were actually preparing before you slaughtered them.
Perfect. Let's go back there.
Question.
Yes.
There was a bird in this building, right? Wasn't there a bird in a cage?
This building?
No.
No, that was the
Yeah.
drug den.
Mother effer. Okay.
Yeah, that was Greeley's den, their head distributor.
If we're going to stay here, then at least we should take precautions.
Yeah.
Oh, agreed.
Do I know how long my stuff will delay for those sleeping people?
It's 1 hour per caster level.
So my caster level on the one thing is pretty high, but on this one it would be 7 hours.
So it will go off the highest of the two.
Oh, so supernatural. I think it's like 12 then. 14 hours.
Okay.
So that's okay.
So you're gonna do that. Enoch, looks like you're gonna rope trick, so you all can be not in the frickin' house.
If you want to stay in the house, fine. I'm not. And he climbs up the rope trick.
Oh yeah, Shy. Oh man, does Falls go on the rope trick?
Give me a diplomacy check for Shy. I'm gonna say it's a DC 25 to convince Falls to come up. Falls comes up, complains about it the whole time until she falls asleep, but she does go up.
Okay.
Yeah, totally go up the rope.
Yeah, I will too. Doesn't
Well, no, an animal's not well trained. I have speak with animals, so I was like, if I could find an animal that I could talk to and convince to go give Ashani a message. But that's a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately my phantasm has a limited range, so I can't send him either.
I could turn into a bird and try to find him.
No. I mean, you could. I just don't think we should split up and get lost in the city. Or have somebody trap you because you're a pretty bird.
Well, I wouldn't have to.
So you all rest in the rope trick.
Yes.
I need everyone to make a will save while they are sleeping.
Okay.
Is it versus fear?
It is versus fear.
Does being in an alternate dimension do anything?
Unfortunately, it does not.
I'm gonna spend my last mythic point.
Okay.
I'm at a 27.
Yeah.
Or I have 2.
Yay.
We don't have our dream catchers, do we?
You do not. I'm assuming you left them in the where you've been sleeping, which is the inn.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
I forgot about those.
Oh.
So total 18 for me.
29.
Aubrey the player forgot about those.
Enosh's his will save is just his pure spite.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess if Shy fails, I can re-roll that. with a 19, and then I need Faults. Faults is gonna fail. That's what she has a -3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a DC 15.
Oh, sweet.
So it looks like Saya fails.
Sure do.
As does Karina. Or is versus fear, what do you have a plus of?
Karina spent the
mythic point. Sorry, yes.
Points, so has a total of 18.
Saya, you sleep and you see the boneyard laid out in front of you.
Uh-oh.
And you see Cleo running across a field. And you see, just as she's about to hug you, she stops and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were my daughter." And she disappears.
What?
Again, you're in the boneyard. You see Cleo sitting across from you at one of the cafe where the petitioners wait to be resurrected. She looks up and then begins to cry. Goes, "I'm sorry, you just look so much like my daughter if she was older. It's been so long since I've seen her." This just repeats over and over until finally you hear Enoch muttering about children. And you're about to tell him, "Leave us kids alone." And you look down and see your hands old and withered.
Oh.
Liver spots covering your hands. Fingers swollen with arthritis. Every bone aching. And you realize that you are no longer a child. And those that used to know you will never recognize you. When you do wake up, you have an intense feeling of sadness. You're at a -2 to all of your attacks and saving throws. And anytime someone goes to aid you, you have an odd or even chance that you'll accept their help.
Damn.
Okay.
As just part of your core and your brain is telling you that you have to do this by yourself and you can't rely on anyone to help you, because those that loved you the most don't even know who you are anymore. So you all get 8 hours of rest, heal up your level, get your mythic points back. You all are hungry. Well, I should say, those of you that need to eat are hungry.
It's just your level that you heal up?
Natural healing, I believe, yes, is just your level.
Recuperation heals more.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend mythic points on that part.
Oh, that's right.
You are restored to full hit points after 8 hours of rest as long as you're not dead.
Never mind. You all have recuperation. You are healed fully.
Yay.
But we're hungry.
But you are hungry.
I have rations.
I also have rations.
I'm pretty sure. Yep. Eat my protein bar.
Okay. Marina, do you need someone's rations?
Apparently, rations are not on my character sheet.
I will share.
Will a swig of Talden fire brandy count in lieu of rations?
Oh my gosh.
I
mean, it counts in Baldur's Gate.
Well, that's the magical brandy you bought from.
That's Blue Priest.
Oh.
This Talden fire brandy, I think I got in the dog tower.
I think so, yeah.
I do not believe it. I know that there's a magical brandy that's made out of good berries, but I don't think it's that one.
This one has hints of cinnamon and clove and burns going down.
Yeah, no, not food. You could drink it though. You could start your day with a good stiff drink if you want.
I will, let's see how many rations I have.
So just Karina, you got one of Amika's.
Yep.
Enosh needs some. I'm assuming Falds needs some as well. You're gonna cover Falds also?
Yeah, I'll cover Falds for
Okay.
sure. Because we already dealt with her being crabby yesterday. So
Don't want to do that again.
no.
Is this just normal hunger?
Yeah.
So
Give one to Enoch.
you could just not eat for the morning and eat later.
Yeah.
I can do that as Andrew. And
Yeah.
Well, can you?
yeah, I can. I've worked out actually. Fasted.
Mm-hmm.
Does he need his Snickers afterwards, Rach?
He needs to eat afterwards, yeah. So
However, Saya does offer you some food, Enosh.
He'll take it.
Okay. So you all eat.
Yep.
And then I'm assuming you climb down the rope trick.
Yep.
Yep.
Although we check first to make sure that the cultists haven't come back and there aren't new spider babies.
Before we climb down, I would like to recast a couple of my buffs.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Those that want to cast buffs, go ahead.
Probably a good idea.
I guess while we're doing that, let's quick do a 7-minute break. So Nick can run some ads and people can use the restroom or whatever. Grab some more beverage.
Cool.
And then we can meet back up at 10 minutes to 9.
Sounds like a plan. We will go to a quick break. Be right back in just a moment.
Sure.
Get out! Get out! No!
Sure, he'll go right there.
Oh.
I am sorry, I am trying to be helping, but
what happened to Trinia?
she just disappeared.
I did.
We lost the kid.
I am not understanding. She just got hit by one of those raisins. She disappeared. She is gone.
And Arabella said I turned to stone?
You were a statue. Welcome back.
You know what? I just give him a hug. A big chalky hug.
This is not the time!
This is my meat pocket. Don't say that, that sounds dirty. Like a good neighbor, Epic is here. That should not be clipped, guys. That should not be clipped. Don't you dare do it. Don't do it. I've got plans. I've definitely got plans. Plans. I got all the plans, yeah. It's a team. It's a team effort. You just tell me, oh! No. Oh no! No! Uh-oh. Well, it's been nice knowing you guys. I think I'm hosed. No! 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 Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Taking two at once is a nightmare. Oh.
It is Toivo's turn. Toivo appears, closes his eyes as you explain what's going on, turns its head to look at, or to its head so it's facing the Hound of Tyndalos. So Matt and Brian, you hear the cat just growl real low and dangerous. Nick, you hear meow meow, I can smell you, meow meow meow. Roll your attacks, please.
Next time we should do this, I should just send you one chip, and then it's like, if we hit a hype train, you'll eat the one chip, and that's it.
Which chip? Here, hold up the bag. Let me see the bag. Okay. All right. Here's the deal. I will do one. I will do one chip on stream the next time I'm on and we do a hype train.
Okay,
one.
You guys heard it. You guys heard it next time. Inconspicuous. They'll never see me coming. Driving a garbage truck. United City. Driving a garbage truck. What a pity. Lizzie Wizzy is Hannah Montana? Maybe. Nothing like driving a garbage truck right here. It's not a luxury van, I fear. It's a garbage truck. Garbage truck, garbage truck, garbage truck in Night City. I don't even know if it is a garbage truck, but maybe I should make an alert that says, "Hey, idiot, you're still on Stream Raiders. Change the goddamn fucking screen." You ready?
No.
You ready?
No. How far? I'm so far away.
There you go, guys. Alt F4.
I can't.
You didn't need to see that. Clipping. Out of all the characters in this series, Oberon's kind of like the one that everyone goes, "Oh my god, this is the best."
Yeah. Well, here's the weird thing about it is that Oberon, in terms of his growth, he grows in his language, but otherwise, as a character, he doesn't. He's really a flat character. He likes sausages and poodles at the beginning, and he still likes them at the end. You know what I mean? He's always a dog.
Yeah.
So he's not a character that I had to work on. He was just there to provide his little, his comments on things as we went. I didn't plan a single thing for Oberon as I went. And yet here he is, the most popular character. I spend all this time trying to figure out, well, how is Atticus going to grow and how is the Morgan going to grow and so on and so forth. But, took a lot of time, but what everybody likes is the very simple character Oberon. So I thought that was an interesting irony. It continues to amuse me, and I'm really glad people dig it.
Again, in case that's not obvious, if your dragon is stymied, and runs out of health. He stomps all over the board trying to crush everything and burn it to the ground. Just in one epic meltdown. And if you win that way, that's awesome too. It was a really great project in terms of working with the team too, because it was incredibly difficult not to quote back to the brothers chaps their own lines.
I can imagine. I can imagine that's a hard part for them too, because having people run up, recognizing them, and just run up to them and go "burning eight in the countryside." They're like, "Wait, yes, we get it.
Yeah, well, it's
continue,
one thing.
Get it over with. Get it out of your system."
Right. It's one thing if it's a fan. I guess that counts as communication, but it's another if it's work dialogue, right? So I had to like ratchet it down. But you know, yeah.
So, what can you tell us about it?
Okay, so you had Chris on last week.
We did.
He described it. I don't know if I'm going to describe it the same way, but here we go. So, Basil and Mobius is an urban fantasy.
So you all finish eating and climb your way out of the rope trick. And what's the plan?
Go find a mirror.
Okay, so you all head into the old temple and start your way down the stairs, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
What are we doing for marching orders?
I'm not first.
I can go first, or usually myself or Karina. I can go first if I want to find traps off.
Yeah.
I think we figured out last time if we want to stealth, it's good to have Enosh and Karina up front and then put Folds in the back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Folds will be in the back. And which way are you all going in the middle?
I'm pretty good with a 30-foot, so I don't know if Mika, do you want to be in front of me or behind Shy?
I can go. Well, let me go in front of you.
Okay.
I've got the ghost whip that can go through, but it's only 15-foot reach, so I should be third in line.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
I have locate object as a spell to try to cast for the mirror. I don't know how well it'll work.
Worth a shot.
Okay, so I moved you all. Just give me a second to rearrange.
I'm still on the same map, just a different part of the map.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep, and I'll get everything moved. Okay, you walk down the spiraling stairs. It takes you about 10 minutes of walking. You are deep into the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, you make it down to this cavernous space. You see drips of groundwater dripping down from the ceiling. And you see the center point of this cave. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of move all of you in here.
So do I essentially waste find traps? Because that's only minutes. That would only last like 6 minutes.
Yeah, you waste find traps. As you come into this cavernous area that's lit up, you see certain stalactites are glowing with magic to give off light to illuminate this area. And you see this massive lead dome covering the center of this pit. You see that there are a crank and a wooden frame connected to this big lead dome.
That evil things have to make things so creepy.
Could you ever repeat what you said, Brian?
But why is it that evil things have to make things so creepy?
Sometimes good things make things creepy. You know, like Branna.
Enosh. Because you used your touch ability on those pillars, you see that those dots that are on top of the dome are where the main constellation points were the night that the mirror fell.
Was that the Thessalonian night that it happened?
Correct.
So there's a big dome above us.
Nope.
And a wide open chamber.
So
can you go into it, or is it like a crater?
So the ground's like this and the dome's like here, and there's a chain, so you could like crank the chain to lift up this big lead dome.
And we have no idea what's underneath.
You have no idea what's underneath.
Cool.
I'm just gonna throw out the buffs that I put up.
Okay.
Freedom of movement, protection from evil, status, I cast it 2 times to get everybody, and then mage armor on myself.
Is that in the buffs sheet?
Oh,
that would be
no.
a lot better spot to put that.
So, what are you going to do as you're down in this area?
Should I lift the dome?
I guess.
So you do have to make a strength check to get the crank going.
I'm pretty good at that.
You are pretty good at that.
Prepare to attack if something horrible comes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
I'll try to.
Like, is there a knowledge anything? Like, does this have? Okay.
Without the use of some type of divination, there's really no way to know.
I could consult my big brain, but I don't even know what I'm consulting my big brain about.
That's the problem.
It's a dome in an underground cavern.
Maybe we should see if it's trapped somehow. Like, I don't know if we could do an engineering check.
Would have been great if I didn't cast my fine traps at the top of that
I mean,
stairwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been, but it is what it is. Wait,
Guess I'll die.
is
I back way the fuck up.
did anybody do detect magic to see if the dome is magical?
We have not done that yet. We can do that.
So Saya, you cast detect magic. Anyone else gonna cast detect magic that can?
Yeah, Shy will.
I will too.
Shai does, Amika does.
Oh wait.
Since we have 2 detect magics, Enosh will use his aura sight on it.
Okay. The only thing that radiates magic is the stalactites from the continual light spell cast on them. There is no auras radiating besides the auras that people have for their alignments.
But there wouldn't be because it's a lead dome.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if the chain, I was just more worried about the chain being, I don't know, magic for a trap or something. But I guess it would be.
No signs of that. There is enough room for 2 people to work the crank if anybody wants to aid Enosh.
I'm just gonna back up the stairs a little bit so that I'm out of the range of whatever might happen.
A wise decision. We should protect the children.
Still not a child, but I can heal you if you go down.
I guess Fault can help because she has decent
So yeah,
Strength.
Fault and Enosh, both roll. As long as you both get a 10, whoever rolls higher will be aided by the other one.
Shy is also gonna back up.
Holy shit. I will let you know, Falls, that you didn't need to help, but you two rock this thing.
I think we grab the chain and pull it up.
Yeah, you're like, oh crap, there's a crank. Duh.
Ring the bells.
As soon as the dome begins to lift up with your aura sight, Enosh, you see a overwhelming aura of chaos and a moderate aura of evil. After the dome is fully opened, you all begin to feel a little dizzy. I need all of you to make fortitude saves.
Even me, I didn't back up far enough.
Actually, sorry. You have backed up far enough because none of your token is in the opening.
Yeah.
Is it a fortitude save versus fear?
It is not versus fear. It is versus vertigo.
Okay.
Wow.
Holy shit, Enosh.
Nice.
It was 20. Those of you that didn't make it are suffering from overwhelming vertigo for the next 4 rounds as the whole area begins to spin weird orange and blues and greens and turquoise and indigo as your head is just reeling with the vision. Enosh, are you the only one that that beat the 20?
Shy
didn't roll.
I didn't roll because you said I was out of the way.
Sorry, yes.
Just as an FYI, Shy has the magic circle against evil. So there is a
This is it's a vertigo or in chaos effect.
Okay. And it's mythic?
It is mythic. So you are nauseated during this 4 rounds. Your head is swimming and kind of spinning. Amika, you see everyone except Enosh drop to the ground trying to grab a hold of something to keep from trying to keep their balance. You see they do, they're not sickened, but they're nauseated. They look, green around the gills. As Enosh, you feel transcended. You experience what they're experiencing, except you're able to hold on to your stomach, hold on to your sense of balance. You see Desna fighting Zon-Kuthan. You see joining her from the first time, making its way through the outer spheres, is the black butterfly. And the combined might of the black butterfly and Desna are able to wound Zon-Kuthan. And in his hastily retreat, he drops a mirror. A mirror that can force those that look into it to manifest shadow in their soul, shadow in their blood. A mirror that when you look at it can pervert and contort the magic that you are connected to and twisted to the shadows. Knowing that it is bad, Desna reaches into her portfolio of dreams and manifests a gateway, a way to remove it from her cosmos. And as she opens this portal and throws the mirror through, you see chains shriek out of the mirror, grab this stone composed of dreams out of Desna's hand, and pull it with it to wherever it is sending. You see the dark expanse of space, the faint echoes of some conjuring call, and then you feel this impact as the mirror and the stone crash into the ground. You see
welcome in, Raiders. Hello, Redbeard Flynn. Guys, if you don't know Redbeard Flynn, go check him out. Does all kinds of MMOs, review stuff on YouTube, streams. He's been a guest on the Off the Pod, and he's also an author, an amazing person. Go and check out the one and only Redbeard Flynn. We are doing Pathfinder 1st Edition tabletop role-playing tonight. This is our Stolen Souls campaign. So welcome on in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Go check out Redbeard. Redbeard, thank you so much. Chat with me. Tell me how your stream went, how everything was. How was Star Citizen? I will chat with you guys in chat, and I'm going to let this Game Master continue the story.
You see up as a reflection.
Hey, you gave Min a sub.
As inside the reflection of the mirror is Thessalonian wizards investigating this impact from the stars. And you see, after much argument, the first wizard casts a spell and gently falls down the crater and picks up the mirror. And as it does, you feel the chains that are inside of you streak out, begin to peel back his face. You see the bloody tongue begin to protrude as he gnaws off it to prevent himself from speaking these profane words that are lodged within the mirror. And with the last bit of energy and magic he has, he pulls the metal from the surrounding stone and domes off the hole in the ground to prevent others from befalling his fate. Enoch,
awesome.
I need you to make a reflex save,
please. Ugh, that's not a good one for me. Wow.
Oh.
It is when it's a 19.
You catch yourself as you are teetering precariously close to the shaft, going deeper into the ground. You feel the solid lead dome in your hand, and you see, Amika, you see this as well.
Okay.
You see a man standing in front of the opened pit. A man that I believe, Amika, you have seen before up in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
A man that looks like that, swarmed with the same shadow energy that
Shy's nightmare.
Affecting that Thessalonian wizard.
Awesome.
As you see him descend down into the pit. And as he rises up, you see in one hand he has that stone that Desna has created, and in the other, the mirror.
So it's not even down there anymore?
It is not down there.
I think Amika says that like out loud in frustration.
After that, the rest of you that are feeling vertigo, as the image disperses, you finally grasp, you can tell what part of you is your center of mass. You can feel the ground underneath your hands and underneath your feet. As what are you gonna do?
So there's a open hole underneath this thing?
Correct.
That goes down?
Goes down about another 60 feet. Looking down there, you do see that there is a lead-lined sarcophagus. I guess sarcophagus isn't the right word, like a lead-made chest. Looked big enough to house the mirror and the stone.
Does it appear open and or empty? I'm not right next to it.
You're not right next to it.
Never mind.
It does appear empty.
So all of us can see this, or just Enosh?
All of you can see that the hole's down there and that there's an empty lead treasure box.
Oh, it's an empty lead treasure box.
Yes.
And Amika did shout that it's not even here.
Yeah, you all heard that as you got back to your inertia and senses.
Oh,
Are there tracks? I guess
he was flying.
Can I roll a knowledge check on him? Since I've seen him more than once. I mean, I'll mention that I saw him in the attic.
You can make a knowledge religion check.
Knowledge religion. I think Amika's on the stairs muttering to herself, oh my god, I'm gonna use that reroll I got earlier.
Okay. 14.
I'm gonna use a mythic point.
Okay.
Hold on. Well, I got over a 15.
you know that you're on the right track with religion. But you don't, there's something connected with religion.
Yeah.
With him, with the stone and the mirror, but you just don't know how those things interconnect on your brain, crime wall in your brain.
But I do remember seeing him in the attic of this building.
You do remember seeing him in the attic of this building.
So I'll say that out loud. I'll be like, was taken by this guy, describe him as well as I can. I did see him in the attic, so maybe our next step is to go to the attic and see if he's still there.
You just saw like an image like a haunt.
Yeah, but maybe we could ask the haunt.
I think we should go down into one of us should go down into the hole and investigate what's left there.
Yeah.
He starts taking out his silk rope.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
How far down is the hole?
60 feet.
Down.
And you said he was flying, so he didn't leave any tracks.
He didn't leave any tracks.
Right.
I'll just like, one day I will use the spell.
So once you climb down.
I can go down if everybody else wants to hold the rope collectively.
Yeah.
Enoch is probably the heaviest one here.
Falls can go down too. I guess.
Can she? Well, she got a full night's rest, so she's not paranoid anymore.
She's not paranoid.
I guess what are we? So we're just looking. Are we looking for magic? Are we looking?
We're looking for anything down there.
Any remnant of anything?
Any remnant of anything. We're investigating it. I'll just go down.
Okay.
You climb down, Enosh. You get down to this box. Give me a heal check, please, Enosh.
Amika can jump in after you if you say it needs a healing check.
Okay. 19.
19. As you get down to the box, from above, it looks like it's open. As you get down there, you realize that this shadowy infused figure that you saw in the image used either raw might or magic to peel open this lead box. It doesn't really look like there's any seams in this box. And as you're getting closer, you realize there are no seams because it looks like the Thessalonian wizard, as he had the mirror and the orb curled around him in the fetal position and used the last bit of his magic to turn his body to lead.
Oh, dear Lord.
Give me a perception check, please, Enosh.
29.
29. You see that there is one item that's kind of in the dirt laying next to the body. It looks like it's something that it's like a medallion on like a broken chain of a necklace that he broke it, so it wouldn't be affected by his magic.
Enosh will take a look at it.
It is a weird 7-pointed star on a medallion.
With a 32 history, does he recognize it as a Sahedron?
He does.
He'll use detect magic to identify it.
Okay. You use detect magic to identify it. And
He has a...
give me a second. It is a Sahedron medallion. Oh, sorry. Give me a spellcraft.
He will
detect magic. It does detect his magic.
Okay. This is going to be too well. It's a 29, not a
29.
Yeah.
It is a Sahedron medallion. The bonus is +3 rather than +1.
Oh. And it's still gentle repose on a corpse.
Yep.
False life as a free action.
Correct.
Just going to look and make sure that that is all is there anything else his investigations pick up in this room?
Not without hitting a 30.
Okay. Are you telling me he should search again? He should double check his work?
Someone else could go down though.
You could use, stuff from Thassalon is, this medallion is grossly powerful. I will let you know, it might not be a bad thing to use your touch power on.
Oh, well.
Because it's a piece of such historical significance.
There's a real limit to how far back he gets information from this from. If
I guess this
from
means
the days of,
years
yeah, he won't get anything from it then.
Nope.
He could use his big brain on it.
You could use your big brain on it.
Okay. He sticks the amulet in the fold of his head and uses his big brain on it.
Okay. It's like divination, right?
It is.
And what's his percentage?
75%.
In the butt crack.
I just saw everybody just fall apart as he did that.
Yeah.
It's not cryptic like a divination because it comes from his own native understanding.
You realize three things. The first thing is that he took this off because he wanted to prevent whoever made this from knowing what happened to him. The next thing your brain realizes that whoever made this can scry on whoever is wearing this. The person does not get a save. And then you hear a voice in your head, huh? So that is where his amulet went. Don't worry, Corvosian. I'll be there soon.
Is this a voice you'd like me to duplicate?
Yes.
So that's where his amulet went. Don't worry, Corvosa. I'll be there very soon.
Oh no.
Welcome, Claimer's Conquest.
Hashtag Claimer's Conquest. So, what are you going to do, Enoch?
What are the other two things he knows? He knew three things about it.
So you knew that this person that turned themselves into lead to hide these items took it off so his master couldn't get them. Like he was afraid of what his master would do with those items. Two, you knew that he was afraid because his master can scry on whoever has that medallion, no save. And then the third thing was that voice, that message that master is here and is coming for Corvosa. You know this happened in the time of Thassalon. You know it happened about 50 years before Starfall. You know it's Rune Lord Karzog.
He tugs on the rope. Let me up.
Falls will pull him up.
You make it up.
He climbs up and you can see Enosh looks panicked. Probably doesn't happen very often. There's a Rune Lord that's alive in this world. And he's coming here.
What is the knowledge to know what a Rune Lord is?
History.
Knowledge, history, or arcane?
Oh, Shy is actually better at history.
Shy. You would have no idea. It's after your time.
Oh no.
Rune Lords came about after you died.
Yeah, but I've been in the Boneyard, so I've seen a lot of dead Rune people from Thassalon. I'd argue that.
I mean, I guess it is a class ability of yours.
I'm a Loracle.
Yeah, you are a Loracle. Okay, fine.
I'm trying to convert a lot of smart atheists.
Shy, yeah, you know what a Rune Lord is with a 30 history? Amika, you know what a Rune Lord is with a 25 arcana? Saya, you grew up in a city that was an outpost for the Thessalonian Rune Lords when they were here. Like, you know the stories of Rune Lords because that's what Sandpoint was based on.
And I'd probably talk to Kroon.
Oh, yeah. You definitely talked to the shrunken head once or twice in your childhood.
So which Rune Lord is it?
Arsuk, the Rune Lord of Grade.
Saya, give me a history check.
So what's a Rune Lord and why are you terrified?
They're like, well, in theory, they're super powerful wizards. And I think they enslaved humans.
Does Enosh know enough about Rune Lords for me to give Kirena a very quick 5-minute crash course on them?
Definitely. Saya, with your 23 history check, you were in the tower when Maractus had a visitor. He was a wizard named Ezrin that looked to be about as old as Maractus was. You've seen Ezrin before. He is a Pathfinder. He has hung out in the lodge in Biston's Pond multiple times. He was delivering the news to Maractus that Rune Lord Karzog had been defeated. And at that point, he had also invited Maractus to join kind of like a secret force of powerful people in Varizia area to kind of be on the lookout and guard against other Rune Lord appearances. And he had given him a signet ring that had the 7-pointed star on it.
Oh boy. This world is screwed. We gotta get home.
Yeah. Yes.
Although maybe I should write a letter to somebody before we go. Also, did you know if the mirror is like, a mirror we could just hold in our hand, or is it a full-size mirror, or what are we looking for?
We saw the image of the guy holding the mirror, didn't we?
Yeah.
You did.
You did.
I did.
I think I did too.
Yeah, two people did.
Yep.
The mirror is probably about the size of a set of tarot cards.
Okay.
So it definitely could be held in one hand. The stone that Desna called from the dreams is about the size of a baseball.
They're both small.
Yeah, both handheld.
So, I'm sorry, Enosh, but you were like really scared. Just the knowledge of this Rune Lord coming for this world scared you?
The knowledge that the Rune Lord is coming here is what frightens me.
Did you see, like, did you get
They're
a vision?
supposed to all be dead.
Well, yeah, but like, I've died.
Yeah, you're not that scary, though.
I know, I'm not scary. I'm not supposed to be scary. I'm supposed to be warm, welcoming, friendly, fun.
Well, if you're such a powerful deity, then why don't you take care of him for this world?
I mean, I could, I guess. I could stay behind, but I'm on another mission.
Besides, if we are in a different realm, does that maybe mean that you're not a god in this multi-dimensional realm, but a different one?
No, I'm God in all dimensional realms. It's pretty common. I'm just not really known here.
Ah, okay.
Like, I'm not known there either that well. Well, again, we don't have much time to look me up in the history books, but
You fail to understand the situation. This Rune Lord is more powerful than most of our casters from our world. With their powers, their special powers, like we have.
And if he's full power and not weakened somehow, or like still gathering his power, it's really bad.
Nope, I get that. It's just that, I was just wondering like how you knew he was coming.
He spoke to me.
Oh.
He told me himself he was coming.
Why did he speak to you?
Good question.
Drop it on the floor.
Should we just put that back in the hole?
Maybe.
I mean, I feel like we should warn people.
Maybe we could throw it in the ocean.
I'm sure
no,
nobody.
We take it to our world dimension.
Then it should be safe.
Yeah, because he's dead.
Well,
unless he comes to our world.
Yeah, if he's a very powerful wizard, he might be very smart and be able to know how to multi-dimensional travel.
I mean, we came here via the boneyard, right? So theoretically, he could just hop to our place the same way. So let's maybe not take this back.
Especially if the boneyard is falling apart.
But you know what? If he's a very smart, powerful wizard, and he saw me or knows about me holding this, then he might know about our world now anyways.
I mean, he probably does, but...
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we have to, like, exacerbate the potential for issues by bringing the thing with us.
No. Let's see where this goes.
Okay.
Maybe we wrap
I think this is an opportunity for learning.
Yes, for education.
So what, are you going to wear it?
No. It doesn't benefit me right now anyways.
Oh.
But I will wrap it up.
Yeah, I think we should wrap it up and take it with us and be like, hey, priest guy, we kind of took care of your house.
We should definitely warn the citizens of this town,
yeah,
of this city.
Definitely need to know.
The public needs to know.
Yeah, you know what? You
should make posters.
That's what I was gonna say. I'll make posters and put them throughout the city and be like, warning, Karzuk is on the way. Prepare.
I think you guys are overthinking it. I think it'll be just fine.
No, I'm gonna definitely do the flyers.
Yeah, I feel like
I think the more people that know, the more they can prepare, and the sooner time is of the essence.
So the last time you did flyers, it went okay, and then I overheard some guards looking for the person who made the flyers because I think they wanted to arrest you.
Or, I mean, that's
it might be against the law.
What, to spread information is against the law?
I don't know.
That's not good.
They were.
Maybe they wanted to. Maybe they wanted to give me a reward.
That's the laws of man. Shy's a god.
Yeah, screw them. I don't like laws anyway.
Yeah.
They should change. And you know what? If we don't, start a change now in the ways that we can, then change will never happen.
But isn't it responsible to start a change and then leave them to their own devices when we're like, you're shit out of luck?
Well, I'm not really the god of responsibility. I'm the god of freedom. And freedom, responsibility, not the same thing. Free thought. Chaos, good. Change is good. Sometimes you just gotta rip that band-aid right off. Some people will be happy about it, some people won't, but it'll be fine in the end.
So is this a discussion to inform the people of this place what's coming for them, or?
I mean, what is our mission? Is our mission to really spread the news, or is it to get the mirror and leave?
It is to get the mirror and leave, but I'm going on a side quest.
No. Let's have you not do that. Let's focus on the mission at hand, and if we have time after retrieving the mirror, then you can spread information. How about that?
I'd like to point out an inconsistency in this group's morality.
Yes.
We would risk our lives in a horrible slaughterhouse for one child pup, but we would not warn an entire city with hundreds of thousands of children in it.
Yeah.
What is coming to slaughter them?
Well, we don't know he's coming to slaughter them. We just know he's coming.
He's probably coming to slaughter or
he is not coming to slaughter them. He is coming to subjugate them.
Yeah,
Should
which
we
is
tell
worse.
everybody, or should we tell certain people? Because, I mean, a mass panic would probably cause the children to die too, because there might be mobs and fire and riots.
Well, the king should know.
Yeah, the king should definitely know.
Well, we have a couple of people who seem to be trusted in the community. We could tell them and they could spread the word.
Do you
The
think
shop owner?
Yeah, the shopkeeper knows the king.
No, he couldn't possibly.
Well, I don't know if he knows the king, but he'll probably know somebody who knows the king because he's a shopkeeper. That's what they do. They have a network.
So much red tape. Okay, maybe we update the priest guy first, wherever he is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know where to find the ghost guy with the mirror. I'm going to be honest.
Well, I saw this guy upstairs, like in the attic. So let's go there first and continue this discussion on the way.
We already went in the attic, though.
Yeah.
What more is there to see than what we've already seen?
We might find something now that we know that we're looking for something different up there. We thought the mirror was down here. It's not. Now we know that he was up there, so maybe we'll find something different up there.
Are you all heading up?
Amika is.
I'm heading up the stairwell.
Yeah, I'm going to head out the hole. I saw him upstairs and kind of had a nightmare about it. I'm not too keen.
Should we shut the lid?
When we let go of the crank, does it go back down?
Yeah. You all come out of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Make your way back up to the old Desnan Temple. The way to the attic is up through G12.
Mm-hmm.
For those that want to go up to the attic.
Are the sleeping people still sleeping?
The sleeping people are still sleeping.
Okay.
Amika, make a perception check as you walk through G12.
Okay.
Ooh.
24. 26 if it's first eyes or invisible incorporeal.
I think Falds would go with her just because she doesn't want anybody to be alone.
Okay. So you get to be about here, Amika. Falls, move yourself back to like that other square. You can go up. I'll go one, so you're right behind her. You see this area of G12. None of you went really in there besides to loot the bodies. And what catches your eye is this looks like a box within the room. It looks like something that you have never seen in Roundmount.
Okay.
It looks like there's some type of magical purpose to it. But without investigating it more, you'd have no idea.
I detour a little bit and shout for everybody to come investigate this magic box over in here. Particularly Enoch, who can, maybe make sure it's not trapped. It's over in the back here.
All of you with engineering can roll it.
That's my best skill. So 33.
33?
By taking a 10.
Wow, Saya with a nat 20.
Nice.
Shy, you don't know.
Yep.
Saya and Enosh, you realize that this is something from Numeria. It is called an elevator.
There are crude versions of this that exist, right? Like crank and handle.
There are like crank and hand ones. This is not like a crank and hand one.
This is like an electric elevator?
Yes. You see that as you're looking, there's only two.
Oh.
buttons.
This requires the technologist's feat to know how to use, doesn't it?
Yeah, unless you
You're
can
not-
talk to it.
He presses the button. He has that feat.
Oh.
He presses the up button. He took it last level.
Nice.
That came in play. You see, like you hear this whirring sound, and then you all hear this very melodic ding.
Going up.
Doors slide open. You see it's a 10 by 10, about 9 foot tall box. You see it as sleek metal, shiny on the inside. You see there's a metal railing going around the inside of it that you could hold on to. And you see there's 2 buttons on the inside as well. One pointing up and one pointing down.
I look at Enoch, who apparently knows what this is and how to work it.
Come in, he says, and he stands next to the button panel.
Okay.
You all squeeze in to the elevator.
Oh my god.
Give me a second.
It's gonna be like the Tower of Terror. Just drop us down.
It slowly moves.
Oh.
What?
As when it ends, you see it opens up and you see this glass built hallway somewhere in the harbor of Corvosa.
Are we supposed to be able to see inside that circle?
Yes,
Okay.
because it is made out of glass.
Okay.
You see that it looks like there are people sitting on benches.
We cannot see past the doors because the doors are
Because
closed?
the doors are closed.
Okay.
What in the world?
This is interesting.
Are they?
You see some are sleeping, some are eating, some are playing games.
Are they stuck?
You have no idea.
Well,
And outside the glass hallway, is it just water then?
Yep.
Does it look like there is water inside the glass dome?
It does not. You see that they're like moving. Some people, like kids, are playing like fetch with like a little ball. You see there's like a little campfire or stove going as like some food's being made. The only things that are not translucent are the doors.
If we wave at them, do any of them notice us? Like if we're like, hey, from down the hallway?
It doesn't look like any of them are looking outside.
Oh, okay.
Should I knock?
Well, maybe Shy will cast Detect Magic.
You see that these glass walls are magic. The magic is to reinforce them. So they're stronger than glass should be.
Okay, but this isn't like an illusion.
Nope.
Can you do like a sense motive to see?
Yeah. Those that want to make a sense motive, go ahead.
Yeah. I could use my ability to walk in there if they are actual people to hopefully make them more friendly.
Old 20 has been hot for me today.
Yeah, it has.
Oh, my sense was not good.
So those that get DC or get a 20 or better on sense motive, most of these people look bored, but also relieved. Those that get over a 25 realize that, yep, these people look bored, they look relieved, but some of them have an air of concern as they're like looking at the food supplies that they're checking, like they're worried about the supplies and the things they have with them aren't going to last long.
As we approach, since we can see through the glass, I'm going to use my aura sight.
Okay.
I want to check them for chaotic or evil auras.
They have chaotic auras, but not evil.
Do people look armed?
Yeah, you see some people have daggers, clubs. There are a couple that have some of those weird sickles. Most of them are not wearing armor. Well, I should say everyone that you can see is not wearing armor. Some do have shields, but they're not like at the ready. They're like piled up along some of the walls. It almost looks like it's like a big sleepover.
Do people want me to try to talk to them, and then if they attack me?
I mean, I'm okay at talking. I can maybe help. But I'm gonna take my, because we had 2 of them, I'm gonna take an antitoxin just in case.
Okay.
Good idea.
So we'll knock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time to knock.
So you're going to knock, and then are you going to have Shy walk in and do her?
I'm going to knock, and then I'm going to step back.
Okay.
And let Saya and Shy talk.
Okay.
All right. The 2.
Or Shy do her thing. Whatever.
I'll wait for Saya.
Well, I'm moving my screen. Okay. Oh God, I'm in front.
Well, I'll go first, and because then if they shoot me, they don't shoot again.
I'm just going to open both doors, just so things can be seen. You see inside this room, there's a wrought iron framework supporting these thick glass panes of this dome. You see the sediment from the harbor is dirty, and it blocks out most of the light that would otherwise flow into this chamber. And you see from the apex of this dome, and like this dome is big, it's 10, 20, 30, it's 50 feet wide, so it's 50 feet up to the top of this dome for how big it is. You see hanging from there is this stone like spider.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see the legs are like angled, much like the sickles are. You see the only one that appears to be armed and wearing armor is this woman. On her chest is emblazoned that spider symbol that you've seen a couple of times.
Yep. Well.
Shy, do your thing.
I spent my mythic point, and Shy will come in and be like, "Hey, everybody! It looks like you're bored here. We're here to maybe help if you want to leave, or we can just chat. I don't know exactly what this is, but it looks pretty cool."
And then you have to make a diplomacy, right?
Yep.
Nat 20 that roll.
Yep.
I will let you know the DC to prevent combat from this woman and her troop is a 35.
Wow.
You see relief washes over her face. She's like, oh, thank the gods above and below. We've been here for a week now. We were worried supplies were going to end. Has he been taken care of?
Sorry, can you repeat the last? Has he?
Has he been taken care of? Him and the other corrupted followers? Has the plague spread? Has the plague been stopped?
Mostly. There are some people that are unconscious that need little spider eggs taken out of them. And then there are some people that apparently a ritual was tried on, but we're kind of putting a pause on that until we get more resources to actually cure them.
Okay.
There is a spooky guy that's like a ghost haunt that's up there.
What plague?
Yeah. The nightmare plague. Have
Also a horrible.
Have you dealt with Nahum and stopped the plague?
They did not have name tags.
Can you describe what she looks like? We did not stop and ask for names.
Nahum, human male, about 6'10", bald, about as wide as two of me.
Oh, weirdly smoky?
Oh, that is what he did when he took the corruption and helped the other unclean ones to his banner.
That's spooky guy.
With your sense motive, you realize they are not hostile to you because of Shy's magnetism and charisma. You see that, this looks like a whole group of parents and children that were members of this cult, of this religion, of the spider. Through the talk, you find out that she was kind of the second in command of the church. She was more of the militant arm.
Are you, or have you ever been a red mantis?
Oh, no. Wrong type of insect or creepy crawly. She was, I was the militant arm of Moglar. She points to this suspended statue of this spider. And Nahum was our bishop. A few weeks ago, he thought it would be good to help push our word. The blood plague had ended. People were looking for a way to forget the terrible atrocities. So he started working with other spiders that he called from, I believe he called it Lang.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is where the trap maker and drug refiner came from this nightmarish place. About a week ago, he came up from these stairs he found in the temple, and he had this smoky aura of darkness. And he told that those of us that wanted to see the true power, not an imposter, as she points up to the spider, to come with him. And those that went with him, he poured this darkness into. We came down here, we grabbed what we could. He had always talked about releasing a plague that infected the nightmares of those in the city above. We knew that this was a safe spot. We came down here before they began. He said only those that were with him would be spared the destruction. You've seen him. Did you kill him?
He kind of vanishes.
Oh,
yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, that's
he kind of.
All of you can make a knowledge planes check. Enosh and Amika, you realize from all of the things you've seen, the way that the shiver affects the shiver people, but then even people that aren't taking it, all of this is emanating from the dimension of dreams. That stone that he has, that is part of Desna's portfolio, is how he is infecting people, how he's letting out the darkness. You don't know if that darkness is coming from the mirror or from himself, but he is somehow in the dimension of dreams. She's like,
great.
I cannot fight him. We have tried much in our youths when we sparred, and I cannot defeat his might. She goes, but if you are going to go after him, you will need this as the first key, or as the first step to finding him. He had used it to open up his pathway to the world beyond this one. And all of you should have in the journal the clavis somnus. It is a key. The key is big. It is about the size of a tennis racket. He goes, this, if you know the proper ritual, will allow you to enter the dreamlands itself. I give this to you, asking you to save us, to save the city. I cannot do it.
Are you saying that he is in Lang?
No, the key cannot bring him to Lang, just on the borders, into the dreamlands.
Okay.
Again, we'll have to figure out the ritual. I'm sure that there are ways to do it. He never shared that with me. I was never one for the occult arts like he was.
Okay.
Have I been? This is Holly asking, because this was pre-Holly playing Saya.
Saya
has Saya been to the Dreamlands?
She has, but she never needed a ritual. She was just able to control her dreaming as a lucid dreamer as a young child. She has not been able to lucid dream for probably a year and a half in game.
So we need. Did he have? I guess we didn't see any areas in the house with books or a library or.
You found a couple of books, but nothing. It looked like a lot of stuff had been taken. However, now that you're thinking about it, you did find a note that someone was supposed to bring him a book. I would like all of you to roll an intelligence check, please.
Ooh.
Oh, Karina
Wow.
should be a 9.
My brain's so big.
It was a DC 20. She says that she lets you know her name is Myra. She says there was a noble that a lot of favor with his family that had stolen the book for us. or a book that Nahum was looking for. The punk brought us everything except the book. We sent him to bring it back. He never returned. You realize that she is talking to Enosh about the magistrate's nephew that started this whole thing with his murder. You remember that he had sold some items to some various occult people in the city. And you remember that Madame Carrington had said she had bought a tome from him about 2 days before he died.
So we need to go back to Madame Carrington's.
Seems like it.
Yep.
She's like, I am truly sorry for what Nahum has done. I should have seen it, but I did not.
Well, you can't completely blame yourself. People aren't always honest, even if you have faith in them.
And you see she actually looks relieved to hear that. Like, you get this whole time she's been considering herself a bad person for not seeing the evil that he had in him.
Yeah. It doesn't make you a bad person to trust others.
And some people are really good at manipulating others.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm assuming you all are gonna go to Carrington's?
Yeah, well, Shai will ask something like, one, do all of you need to actually stay here? Or do you want to leave with us?
This dome protects us from his curse, from his plague. Those before us used it to travel through the stars. It protects us here. Enosh, you realize that, yeah, it's like an observation dome from the Silver Mount.
Do you want us to bring you food?
If you would, that would be great. You see she goes to a chest and like pulls out like 2 bags, and it's about like 50 gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can bring you food.
If you could bring us supplies, yes, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
In the short term, in case it takes us a while to get back, here are my last 8 rations.
She's like, we have enough food to last everyone 4 more days.
Okay.
In case it takes us a while to come back.
I think that's
8 rations for like 30 people.
I'm aware it's not going to go very far, but it'll stretch a little bit, and hopefully we'll be back here before 4 days is up.
Amika.
Yeah.
What's your highest mental attribute? Int, wisdom, or charisma?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Roll your wisdom versus this D20 plus 16. Or sorry, not plus 16, plus 3.
Can I roll a mythic point?
Yeah.
Thanks. I guess I don't have to.
You don't have to.
Okay.
And you give her all of the food you have.
Yeah.
You see, in fact, all of you see the statue move of the spider creature, of this idol that they have been worshiping. And it goes, Mog Lothar blesses you, little one. And like you hear this like pressure inside your head.
Okay.
You are one of my 20. And you see it reverts back to stone form. Amika, you have blessing of Mog Lothar, MOG dash LATHAR.
Okay.
You do not age. You do not need to eat, drink, or breathe. And you do not suffer the effects from extreme heat or cold. Such as like endure elements was cast on you, like a fireball still gonna fuck your day.
Okay.
You see,
Now, not needing to breathe means I'm again immune to inhaled poisons and all of that shit, right?
well,
Assuming I'm not breathing it at the time.
breathe.
Assuming I'm not breathing it at the time.
Correct.
Yeah.
You see Myra's eyes get big, and she is like, you have your generosity in caring has brought his blessing upon you. You see every one of the people here kind of like bows down to you, Amika.
Please don't do that.
And she's like, go forth, his champion. Smite this evil that is corrupting his name.
Okay. Do you have a book about him maybe that I could read?
She does give you a little book, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Track.
So
Thanks.
this is where we will end it. We will pick up next game with all of you. I'm assuming you're going to Carrington's house.
Oh.
If that's literally where the breadcrumbs are leading you.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah. And to get them food and to figure out what we're doing with the other people.
Yep. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, thank you all for watching, and thanks for letting me be a little creepy and terrifying.
I'm leaving that spider up just for Andrew.
I don't care about the spider. I just wanted you to clear your stream image.
No. I was like, I'm just going to leave this up. We don't need this. Everybody, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for hanging out. I want to thank again Melty Corvigups, Father Mac Tien, and Redbeard Flynn for the raids. Thank you guys so much for coming in on those raids. Much appreciated. I hope you all have or had a great evening if you're still here. Everyone, we're going to raid on out to our friend Puddlebutts is doing a charity stream to fight dementia. So we're going to go and support that. And she's doing a scary game called Palmyra Orphanage. And she likes her jump scare games. Jump scare games, horror streams, stuff like that. She's big into that. So go on over there, support the charity against dementia, and thank you guys for being here. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. with some more Once Human, and I'll have more beta codes for those of you who want to play. So thank you guys so much. Take care. Have a good night, and thank you to all the players and to Matt GMing this. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Have a good night, and take care.